Too many women are doing everything right, working hard, raising families, supporting others, and still feel unsure when it comes to their finances. Not because they aren't capable, not because they aren't intelligent, but because no one ever slowed down and showed them how money actually works. And here's the truth. Financial confidence doesn't come from making more money. It comes from understanding and controlling the money you already have. If you stay with me until the end, I'm going to walk you through 5 practical moves that can completely change how you feel about your financial future. So, let's get started. Before we talk about the 5 moves, let me frame this the right way. Financial confidence is not about being aggressive or taking big risks. It's about clarity. It's about knowing these 4 key facts, which are knowing what you own, knowing what you owe, knowing what you want to build, and knowing what protects it all. This applies whether you're single, married, divorced, widowed, building a business, or planning retirement. Now, let's walk through 5 moves that create real confidence. The first move starts with awareness, which leads to number 1, know your numbers. I tell my clients this all the time. You cannot manage what you don't measure. You should know your monthly income, your monthly expenses, your total debt, your savings balance, and your retirement account value. See, you can't rationalize these numbers with, my funds are on or around, or I guess it's about this or that. You must know the actual numbers. When a woman knows her numbers, decisions become clearer. Stress decreases, and guess what? Control increases. Let me share a quick example. I once sat down with a client who had not looked at her retirement accounts in over 3 years. She assumed she was behind. After reviewing everything, she realized she was actually ahead of schedule. Her confidence changed in one meeting. The clarity of knowing the numbers created calm. Once you know your numbers, the next step is protection. This is move number 2, which is protect your income. Your ability to earn is your greatest asset. If your paycheck stopped tomorrow, how long would everything else continue smoothly? This is where PORT, emergency savings, disability insurance, life insurance, and long-term care planning come into play. It's important not to have an emotional outlook on protection. It is not about pessimistic thinking or speaking disaster into your life. It is disciplined planning. In my experience, I worked with a woman in her early 40s. She was healthy, successful, a busy professional, but she had no disability coverage outside of a small employer benefit. We reviewed her income risk and added an individual disability policy. 2 years later, she faced a medical issue that required months off work. Her income continued. Her mortgage stayed current. Her stress stayed manageable. That is financial confidence in action. Protection gives stability. Now let's talk about growth with move number 3. Invest with understanding, not emotion. Many women tell me they feel intimidated by investing language. Let me simplify it. Investing is simply putting your money to work so it grows over time. You should understand what you are invested in. For example, is your 401k in mostly stock, bonds, or money market accounts? Next is the level of risk you are taking. Are your investment conservative, moderate, or aggressive? Keep in mind, risk tolerance changes with age. Then, there are the fees you are paying. Make sure to know your fees. Make sure the fees aren't excessive and make sense if there are riders included. And lastly, you need to know how that investment supports your long-term goals. For example, what would be your monthly retirement income projections? Would you like to make 3K, 5K, or more per month? See, confidence grows when you understand the purpose behind your strategy. I've seen portfolios that were too aggressive for someone 5 years from retirement. I've also seen accounts sitting in cash for years because the owner was afraid to move. Both situations cost money. A balanced, clearly explained strategy removes fear and replaces it with direction. Growth matters, but ownership matters just as much. And with move number 4, you need to build assets in your name. Every woman should have assets she understands and can access. That may include a retirement account in your name, a brokerage account, life insurance with living benefits, and real estate ownership. Even in strong marriages and partnership, financial literacy and participation matters. I met widows who were handed stacks of paperwork after losing a spouse and had no idea where to begin. That is not a position any woman should be in. I don't recommend blind ignorance when it comes to your financial future. Understanding what you own is empowerment. Now, move number 5 ties everything together. Schedule annual financial reviews. Confidence is not a one-time decision. It is a habit. Life changes, income changes, markets change, health changes, which means your financial plan should adjust accordingly. I recommend a structured annual review of investments, insurance coverage, beneficiaries, tax exposure, and lastly, going through estate planning documents. See, just one conversation a year can prevent years of regret. Allow me to share this with you. I worked with a divorced client who had to rebuild her finances from scratch. We reviewed her accounts annually. One year, we discovered an outdated beneficiary from her previous marriage still listed on a retirement account. Because we caught it early, we corrected it immediately. That small review protected her children's futures. That is why reviews matter. Let me give you a couple of thoughts to take with you. See, financial confidence is not about being perfect. It is about being informed. It's about knowing your numbers. It's about protecting your income. It's about owning assets in your name. This will help you invest with understanding. And in the end, make sure to review everything annually. These 5 moves are simple, but when practiced consistently, they change everything. Now, if this content was helpful, please share it with someone who may benefit from this topic. Then check out my video library. I have information on home, auto, business, and retirement. With all this being said, please subscribe to my channel and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. But don't stop here. Check out my next video on your left for more insurance and financial tips. And as I like to say, call Jay today.